Today we would like to discuss electrochemical series. As we have earlier discussed that electrode potential, standard electrode potential, depending upon, we can take in the standard electrode potential hydrogen as the reference, and standard with respect reference to the standard hydrogen electrode we can calculate the standard reduction or oxidation potential of other electrodes. Now the arrangement of various electrode according to their potential or electrode potential is called electrochemical series. Means the arrangement of various electrode according to their reduction potential in a series or in an increasing series is called electrochemical series. Since the series when involve metals, we can call as active series. Means whenever in an electrochemical series involves involvement of the metals, then we can call active series. Now we can take hydrogen as a reference. Hydrogen as a reference, it means whenever hydrogen undergo reduction, hydrogen gives H plus electron and their electrode potential is 0.00. Now when we arrange the metals according to either increase in reduction or oxidation potential. Now it means when we take the metals means they are act as strong reducing agent, and when we take non-metals they act as strong oxidizing agents. As with respect to the hydrogen electrodes, it means oxidizing agents have positive value of electrode potential and metal have negative value of electrode potential. Getting me? Means when we arrange the metal according to it, means strongest oxidizing agent is fluorine and strongest reducing agent is lithium. Getting me? And some of metals are arranged below, most of the metals are arranged below the hydrogen and non-metals are above the hydrogen. So means iodine, bromine, fluorine. Here include some iron except copper, iron, cobalt, nickel, manganese, magnesium, sodium, lithium, etc. Now what actually this electrochemical series gives? Number one, this electrochemical series gives feasibility of the reaction. Feasibility of means whenever we can arrange the metals according to this electrochemical series, that particular two electrodes act as simultaneously act as electrochemical cell or not, or which one of the among the two metals, which one get oxidized and which one get reduced, or which one act as cathode and which one act as anode, we can call feasibility of the reaction. Now, for example, I take copper plus silver gives Cu2 positive and Ag, or I take Ag plus Cu2 positive no. You see here, there are two ways I can write. In one of the reaction, copper get oxidized and in another copper get reduced. No, the condition is here, which one, in which either this is an electrochemical cell or this type of an electrochemical cell. No, I can call this is an electrochemical cell and this is not. The reason is that the metals, I already told you, except copper, other metals are below the hydrogen, and it means copper get oxidized. It means above the oxygen they are oxidized, above the hydrogen they are reduced. It means silver get reduced and copper get oxidized. Therefore, this is basically the shape of an electrochemical cell, but not this. Now, another one, evolution of hydrogen gas. It means when hydrogen gas evolved during the course of a reaction, the first thing is here some metals which does not get easily oxidized. The metals which does not get easily oxidized, not easily, like copper, lead, etc. In that case, hydrogen gas not evolved. But where the metal get oxidized, they H2 can evolve. This is the condition. It means in some of the metals which are above the electrochemical series from above the hydrogen, they doesn't, in that case hydrogen gas doesn't involve. But when the metals which are below the electrode potential of the hydrogen, they evolve H hydrogen gas. Another one, we have to calculate the E. Number third, we have to calculate the EMF of cell. Third is EMF of cell. How we can calculate the EMF of the cell? It means we have to the first step is to, for the calculation of EMF of the cell, is we have to write the electrodes potential and number two, balance the number of ions involved. And third one is you have to calculate E naught cell equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. And now this E naught cell is used for the calculation of EMF of cell. Getting me? Means the first thing is we have to calculate the electrode potential. Second, we have to balance the number of ions that are involved in an electrochemical cell. Third one, then after that we have which one get oxidized and which one get reduced, and from that we can calculate E naught cell is equal to cathode minus anode, and this E naught cell can be used for calculation of EMF of the cell. Now last one is we have to calculate for oxidizing and reducing agents. Means from the electrochemical series, the metal which have higher electrode potential, they have capacity to accept the electrons, whereas those which have lower potential to accept the electrons, metal having or element having tendency to accept the electrons, they are good oxidizing agents, and metals having less tendency to accept the electrons, they are called weak oxidizing agents. Weak oxidizing agents. समझते हैं? Suppose this is an electrochemical series, and in that the top of the elements above the hydrogen are strong oxidizing agents, but at the bottom they are weak oxidizing agents. On the other hand, we can say the metals which are weak oxidizing agents, they are strong reducing agents, whereas those which are strong oxidizing agents, they are weak reducing agents. Okay? Now another topic we can discuss, that is Nernst equation. Another topic is Nernst equation. Now what will be the effect of, as we discuss the electrochemical series, in electrochemical series we can arrange the metals elements according to their oxidizing and reduction potential. Now what will be the effect of concentration on electrode potential was first discussed by the Nernst. And he gave an equation called Nernst equation. This equation can be used to measure the effect of concentration on electrode potential. Let us consider a reaction in which metal having N positive charge has accept electron to form metal. Suppose we can take a reaction in which metal accept an electron to form solid metal. Now according to Nernst, E cell, EMF of the cell or electrode potential of the cell equal to standard electrode potential of, where E naught is the standard electrode potential of cell. As we already discussed, it is equal to E cathode, E naught cathode minus E naught anode. Now minus RT upon NF natural log of cathode divided by anode. Instead of, I can write right hand electrode, left hand electrode. Getting me? So I can write here M solid divided by M n plus aqueous. Now, when we convert this E cell natural log into log to the base 10, what we can write here, minus RT upon NF log, we can write 2.303 log to the base 10 M solid divided by M n plus aqueous. And keep in mind, this is always inside the square brackets. This is the notation for expressing the concentration as according to the law of mass action, inside the square brackets. Now, when R is the gas constant, gas having value 3.14 joule per Kelvin per mole. Now, T is the temperature and value is 298 Kelvin. And number of electrons gained or lost. Then F is Faraday constant and it is equal to 96500 coulomb. Now, when we put all these value in this equation, what we can get, E cell equal to E naught cell minus, when we put R temperature gas constant, we can get a value of 0.059 divided by N log of M solid divided by Mn plus aqueous. But the activity of solid is equal to unity. Hence, this can be neglected and we can get E naught cell equal to E naught cell minus 0.059 divided by N log of 1 upon M n plus aqueous, and this is called Nernst equation. Getting me? But I already discussed, when consider a reaction in which metal get reduced to metal solid, according to Nernst, E cell equal to E naught cell minus RT upon NF natural log cathode upon anode R, right hand side divided by left hand side. Okay. Now, when we convert natural log to the base 10, we can get natural log into to the base 10. Then we can put value of R, T, F, except number of electron loose or gained. We can get this equation, E naught cell minus 0.059 upon F log M solid upon M aqueous. Now, since the activity of solid is unity, we can find this equation into this form, and this is actually the Nernst equation, and from this equation can be calculated the E electrode potential of cell with reference to the standard electrode potential. Question here is calculate reduction potential of electrode at 298 Kelvin. The electrode is PtCl2 2.5 atmosphere pressure and HCl 0.1 molar concentration. E naught cell Cl2 Cl negative is given 1.36 volt. Now the electrode reaction is what we can get? We can get Cl2 when accept 2 electrons, we can get twice Cl negative. What we can get from this reaction? How we can get Cl negative? We can get Cl negative from Cl2 when add 2 electrons. We can add 2 electrons to give twice Cl negative. Now, according to Nernst, E naught cell equal to E naught concentration of this. Concentration of that is 1.36 minus 0.59 upon n, the number of electron involved lost or gained, this gained 2 electrons, into log of this chloride ion, log of Cl negative twice, because it has concentration of 2, divide by activity of PCl2. Activity means pressure of Cl2 is 2.5. We can now 1.36 minus 0.025 into log of 0.01, this is the molar concentration square, divided by 2.58. When we put this value, what we can get? We can get 1. E cell equal to 1.36 minus 0.095 to 0.0295 plus multiply by 4.39, and we can get to E naught cell equal to 1.49 volt. This is, but how? First we can take a log 0.01, log m divided by log n is equal to log m minus log n. It means log of 0.01 square minus log of 2.58, and it is nearly equal to this. Both when we calculate both the log and total concentration, total electrode potential is 1.49 volt. Since this Nernst equation can be used to calculate the electrode potential of cell. Thank you.